If your company has bad debt, consider assigning your accounts to Merticon, MERTICON.com. Merticon, global leader in collections. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and be notified to all our future videos. Welcome back. I wanted to tell you guys, if you haven't visited our website, go to charlesgraham.com. You can always visit us there. That's charlesgraham.com. And make sure you like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel, because that's how we're going to build this show. And look, I want to commend all you folks out here that does this for a living, YouTube and Twitter and social media. And the show I'm going to do today is because we got suspended from Twitter. Now, keep in mind, I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, and I don't depend on Twitter or YouTube or anything to make a living. I've been the CEO of a company that I built 20 years ago, way before Twitter and their stuff going on. Anyway, the tweet that I put out there was clearly a joke, right? It was in response to something about Jeff Bezos. And I made the comment that because of his bald head, he had the haircut of a skinhead. And I went, and then I laughed about it. Well, clearly it was a joke, and if you had any ability to critically think, you would have known it was a joke. A joke. When did anything become off limits to comedy? And when did people are we going to get rid of roast too? You know, they used to roast people, you know, the actors would do that to each other. When did you could not make a joke about somebody? And if bald-headed Bezos is that thin skin, I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to say. All I can say is, folks, is this. I don't give a damn if Twitter suspends that account from now until doomsday. I'm not taking that tweet down. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna die on this hill, on the Twitter hill. I had to close the account down for quite some time anyway because I can't stand the platform. I don't like Facebook either, but I use it a lot for work. So, you know, that's the only reason I still have it. But like I said, I commend you folks that have to go through this, because at the end of the day, big tech is just getting enough rope to hang themselves. You know, I don't have enough damages to be able to show, to be able to sue them. And yeah, you can argue a Constitution violation, and eventually it'll make its way to the Supreme Court. And when it does, they're going to be crying the blues. They've poked this bear, and I've said this 100,000 times. They're going to keep on, and they're going to keep on trying to stifle people's message. It was a fucking joke. So, I mean, I don't know how many times I've got to say it. So, but you're still trying to stifle people from being able to say stuff because it's offensive. Shit, everything's offensive. There was a guy on Twitter. He took my picture, and you can see it right up on my videos, right? The one of me standing over the chair, the one I've got on my channel, right? He takes my picture and he takes a picture of Jim Carrey, and he puts it side by side on Twitter, and he goes, "Oh, well, y'all use the same barber." You know what my response was? That's the funniest shit that I've seen all day. You know what he did? He took it down. When these snowflakes can't offend you to where, because you're not thin-skinned, I've just never been thin-skinned. I'm pretty confident in myself. I don't give two shits what you say about me. I don't care. You know? I could be fat in a paper bag and I'd still look sexy. I'm just saying. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think about you. And do I think it was Jeff Bezos sent the complaint? Probably not. Probably somebody else. I mean, what, 2 people saw it? I mean, I don't have that many subscribers. It's not like I'm louder with Crowder and I've got 1 million people viewing it. But some dipshit in the bowels of Twitter decided that what I said was hate speech, and it was violence. Violence? I said he had a haircut, looked like a skinhead. And he does. That's the truth. Hell, skinheads, they don't have any hair on their head. I don't know if you noticed. You could make the argument that God made a few perfect heads and put, hair on the rest of them. Another joke. Look, if I offend the bald-headed community, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be 50 years old with a nice head of hair. I was just blessed that way. What can I say? But the fact of the matter is, people need to quit being so damn thin-skinned. How you like my my thermos? Can anybody tell me what thermos that comes off of? I mean, if you're like old school or if you were a cop back in the 90s or 70s or whatever, you probably have one of these thermoses. Anyway, the point being is, folks, come on. I mean, do we really have to go down this road to where everybody's offended by everything? Say whatever the shit you want to in the comments toward me. I don't give a crap. I know who I am. I know what I've accomplished, and I know that people don't like me. And it's true. If you knew me personally, let me just say this, folks. If you knew me personally, I don't have a camp of he's an okay guy. My camp is this. They either like me, oh yeah, he's a great guy, or I can't stand that motherfucker. That's the two camps that you have when it comes to me. You don't have I mean, the fact is I've just always been that way. And I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't like me? Whatever. So, I mean, but come on, folks. Really? You're going to suspend my account for a joke? I appealed it, but the appeal was kind of a joke too, so they probably won't enact the account again. And it's fine. I'm not taking the tweet down. I'm going to die on this hill. I got 84 subscribers. Woo. Oh my God. But again, they're poking the bear here. Eventually it's going to get to SCOTUS, these appeals, and Murphy versus Alabama, all that stuff's going to get up to SCOTUS. And they're going to say they're going to make a ruling, and I think it's going to be devastating to big tech on 230. I think that they have an obligation to leave up constitutionally protected free speech as identified by the United States Supreme Court in Mattal versus Tam. And guess what? In Mattal versus Tam, a 9-0 unanimous decision, hate speech is free speech. There's a difference between hate speech and fight words and all that kind of other good shit. There's a difference in saying somebody ought to have their ass whooped and I'm going to go kick his ass. There's a difference. There's a difference there. One's simple assault. One is speech. One man's vulgarities, another man's lyrics. Guy walks in, I think it's Conan versus California. Guy walks into a courthouse in 1971 with a T-shirt on, says, "Fuck the draft." Right? Went all the way to the United States Supreme Court, one man's vulgarities, another man's lyrics. And it should be. I think it's repulsive. I think anybody to do that is an idiot. But that's America. You have a right to be an idiot. You have a right to say whatever the hell you want to. You have a right to make comments about, bald-headed men. Put some hair on that damn dome if you don't want somebody to make a comment about it. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys, I think, because my battery on my camera is going kaput. Anyway, I got that fixed. But I think I'm going to leave it there anyway. But just let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, are they going too far with this stuff? I mean, it was clearly a joke. And if you had any ability to critically think, you would have known it was a joke. It was clearly a joke. I put LOL. I mean, I can't laugh in text. I mean, I can't physically where you hear me laugh. But I was laughing my ass off when I wrote that. Because I was commenting, I forgot what I even commented. It was like 5 a.m. in the morning. Somebody in the bowels of Twitter that just got there. Oh my God, look at this. They're talking about Jeff Bezos being a skinhead. What the hell? Let me tell you, if you think Jeff Bezos is a skinhead, you're a fucking moron. I mean, really, even if I said it, even if I tried to bring it off as being true, you're still a moron. Skinheads don't build billion-dollar companies, you moron. And even if he was, it would have come out by now. But, you know, the bottom line is this. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. People are going to make fun of you. If you're in the public eye, and that's what you are when you build $1 billion company. And one can make the argument. Let me just tell you something, and I was thinking about this today too. One could make the argument in all this COVID stuff with all these businesses being shut down, one could make the argument that YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of those should be shut down while the COVID-19 pandemic is going on. Why? Because they're facilitators of disinformation, or the facilitators of spreading of information to groups for them to assemble, and causing the massive spread of the virus because of their demonstrations and ability to assemble because of social media. You could make that argument. You could make it, but I can guarantee you there'll be legal teams everywhere going, oh, no. First Amendment. But my point being is, it's nonsense. Nonsense. All of this is nonsense. Oh, I'm not even going to get into COVID. You know how I feel about that. I don't agree with any of the shutdowns. I mean, just look at Florida and South Dakota. That's all you got to do. Look at that. Look at those stats. I don't have to say a word. Go look it up yourself. Shit. But as far as Twitter and free speech and all that, you know, Justice Hugo Black said in Marsh versus Alabama, basically, and I'm going to paraphrase, the more you use, more that these companies make accessible their platforms or their company or their town, in that case, accessible to the public, the more that they basically encompass themselves in the constitutional rights of the people that use it. Basically, they're in for a rude awakening when it comes to constitutional parameters because of the use by the citizens. They built a social media platform for all. So, and Section 230, if you don't know what that is, it is a relic. It was done in 1996, before there was ever Twitter, Facebook, hell, before there was even MySpace. So, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. If you like the video, leave your comments down below. The nonsense is nonsense. But hey, we live in a world of snowflakes and candy apples. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.